Hey everyone, welcome back to House of Chi Yoga. I only have a few minutes today, so I'm going to get right into this workout. We've got 6 exercises. I'm going to shoot for 4 rounds through. I do have a medicine ball here that's 15 pounds. I'm not going to use it for the first 2 rounds, and then the second 2 rounds I'm going to add it in, and you can see how I do that, and then you can decide if you'd like to add it in as well. And then as you repeat this workout, you can add in the med ball gradually 3 rounds, and then maybe you can get all the way to 4 rounds. So 15 pounds is a pretty heavy med ball. If you're not familiar with weight in these movements, or you're not familiar with working with med balls, then go ahead and start with a 5 or a 10 pound. Okay, so let me show you the movements real quickly, and then we're going to get right into it. We're doing our 40-second high, 20-second low today. We do a lot of 30-second high, 30-second low, but today I'm going to switch it up, 40-second high, 20-second low, just because I accidentally messed with my alarm, and now that's the time I'm stuck with. So we're going 40 seconds high today. Oblique thruster is the first one. So here we're going to place our palms down in a plank position. Make sure index fingers are forward. You're wrapping into the shoulder girdle and you're staying nice and high. And then your feet are just hopping forward and to the sides. So from the front, you can see my feet moving to the sides. And then from the side view, you can see that I'm hopping back to plank and moving forward. It's like a pike. I'm lifting up through my core and creating this round and using my core to drive forward. Now making sure that we don't hop back and sink the hips here. That's going to be really bad for the low back. So I want your hips to stay high, the core to stay crunched in. If you start feeling your low back, you're probably sinking into your hips and you need to lift up a little bit more. Next is going to be a push-up to a jacks. So the jacks is up here in plank, and then I lower my knees for push-ups, and I do just little baby push-ups because I'm still working on a lot of shoulder things, so I just have to be really careful in my push-ups. Do whatever version of push-up you would like to do for today. The next one is a malasana walk. So I'm going to start feet hips distance. I sink it down to about a chair pose, and then I just do a pulse, move my toes out, pulse, move my toes forward. From the front here, pulse, toes out, pulse, toes forward. I like this one because you can stay light on the toes because you have to move them, and you sink really heavy to the heels, and you get good work through the glute muscles. Okay, next one is going to be an ab crunch. So we're going here, up, tap, cross toe. All the way up, tap, cross toe. A lot of hip flex or a lot of core. Make sure you're coming up into this crunch action and you're not lifting and arching the back. It's a lot easier if you stay crunched and then you lift and extend. See if you can keep the leg straight. If not, you just bend the knee and tap, no big deal. Not the last one. Next one is bridge. Here, I'm just holding and squeezing. I may add some pulses. I may push through the heels. I may lift the toes. Side view is here. We want hips and ribs tucked in, squeeze to the glutes. So not here, but squeezing, pressing, holding, hamstrings, butt muscles, feet connected to the floor. Now the last one, we're going to go into a wide stance, and we're just stepping right, stepping left, back to your wide stance, bottom, all the way to top. Sink, step right, step left, bottom, all the way to top. From the side view, I'm holding this nice active squat here, and then lifting up. Make sure you're pushing your butt back. You're not bringing your hips down and your knees forward. So see the difference from this and this. Push your butt back. Okay, my timer went off. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can reset this baby. Oh, this thing is a pain in the butt sometimes, but let's get it going. Okay, well, let's cross our fingers. Hallelujah. We got about 5 seconds before round 1. So oblique thrusters are first. 3, 2, I'm in plank position, abs are in, and now I'm hopping right to left. So if you're not ready to move up into this pike position, you can also stay in a plank and move your feet right to left. I want you to feel your core working though. I want you to feel the obliques, the side body, crunching to move the legs, and you're not just using the legs to hop right to left. Feel the abs working. Feel the twisting through the side body. Ooh, this one's hard. I can't see our timer, but I hope we're almost there. I like to tell myself that round 1 is always the hardest. It's the hardest to get on your mat and to get going. And then after round 1, it feels a lot better. Hi, 20 seconds break. A little something on my mat there that kept poking my foot. So my shoulder is nice and warmed up. My abs are actually very warm on the obliques, which means I successfully hit my oblique muscles. The next one we're moving to is the jacks. Better move that. Jacks to push up. Whatever version push up you want. I go knees down, chest open, focus on the core staying super engaged, the hands staying connected to the floor. Focus on the scaps moving toward the spine as I lower. Really important to keep the chest open here. Feel the pec muscles working. I got a few more. Where are we at with our timer? Hi, I need to move the timer where I can see it. Can I do one more? Whew. Take a breather. Man, my abs are on fire today. Okay, next one we're moving on to is our Malasana walk. So this one we start in stand, feet stay hips distance, we sink down straight, and then we just do a little pulse to open the toes, pulse back to center. Let's find our hips distance. I'll face you on this one. Sink it down, really driving the heel down heavy into the floor and energetically squeezing, finding the hips, finding the glutes. Ooh, when I focus on the heel, I feel the glute muscles working. Notice I'm not coming all the way up to stand, and I'm not sinking all the way down to Malasana. I'm at that midway range, so I'm staying active in my muscles. Hi, squeeze your butt muscles. We're almost there, 10 seconds. Where's that 3? Here we go, 3, 2, 1. I just did a workout, so that's why I'm acting like a little wimp right now. Because I was so excited to go get coffee, and then I thought, you know, I better be responsible and film a HIIT class today. So you're welcome. The coffee will be on pause. Abs, let's go. I'm gonna reach up and overhead. That's gonna add a little bit different dimension to the crunch. So your choice if you wanna do that. I inhale as my arms go up and overhead, and I focus on expanding with the breath, and then you exhale and crunch it up. I like palms toward the ceiling. I get a nice stretch through the underarm, and then the crunch is going all the way through my torso here. This one actually feels great. I could do this one all day. 2, 1. Okay, now we're moving on to our last one. It's that big step right, big step left, reaching down through center. Really important to stand at the back here and to find the butt muscles. So we gotta make sure we're pushing the hips back, we're not driving forward. This little step right to left, you can add a cardio element. You can do a sink, a little hop, hop. That's just gonna add a little cardio dimension for you. And try to do the hop not in stand. I'm coming up to a stand when I reach. Here, I'm even actually gonna come up to my toes so I can get full extension. But you wanna sink back down when you add your hop in. See if you can stay with that toe raise consistently. You see me from the side. I'm going up off the heel, and I'm staying nice and active all the way through the legs. I'll give you one more side view before we switch it up here. Let's try to hit one more full round. Nice. Now, I'm gonna give us, actually, we're just gonna keep moving through it. I'm not really familiar with this timer, so I don't know how to add the minute in between. So we got 10 seconds until our oblique thrusters. This is gonna be a lot of cardio without these breaks. Breathe, chi, breathe. Index fingers forward, lock into your core. Find your plank, press the upper back towards the ceiling, add your hop. Keep breathing. Maybe we don't make it to 4 rounds if we're not getting that break. I'll see how I feel after round 3, guys. So if you don't feel the core working yet, press into the palms more. Try to hop the feet closer to the hands. It's gonna be a bigger crunch, a bigger move. Keep pushing the floor away from you. I feel my shoulders. Thank goodness. Hi, for that timer. That was getting me right into shoulder work again. What was I thinking with this combo? I'm gonna stretch it out for a few seconds. Probably have sore shoulders tomorrow. Let's put in good work. In 2 and 1. Lock into the core, Find your jacks. Find a good push-up. A push-up is a very basic fundamental movement, but I find that a lot of people really don't focus in their push-up. They just kind of go wham into their push-up, and it can create a lot of shoulder issue. So we want to stay focused. We want to stay really active. We want to stay super strong through the core. Feel the muscles working. Feel the core lifting up as you push away from the mat. Don't let the body hang here. Abs up first. I always think about pushing away from the floor, driving my hips and my belly towards the ceiling. Okay, I don't know why I took an extra push up there. Now we're moving into our Malasana walks. Feet hips distance. I'll go a little bit at an angle this time. See if it helps you see the movement better. Let's go 3, 2, feet are planted, abs are in, butt back. Now I just add that high-low, focusing on the heel, driving to the floor. It's easy to let the weight shift forward, especially as you're moving the feet. But we have to focus on bringing the weight, the movement to the glutes, to the butt. So don't let the weight fall forward. Try not to get heavy in the toes. Stay really heavy in the heel here. And just think about squeezing the butt muscles. Sometimes all it takes is closing your eyes, thinking about what muscles you want to be working, and then you can feel the engagement a lot deeper. Are we there yet? My booty is on fire. 5 seconds. 1. Hi. We're close. We're at our ab crunch. We're halfway through this round. Catch your breath. Meet me on the mat. If you did bent knees before, try for a straight leg this time. If you want to make it extra challenging, if this is like, you don't quite feel it, you can keep the feet floating off the floor like this the whole time. That's going to really add another dimension to your core. I did that one earlier, so I'm not going to do it again, but I swear it's a good workout. I don't think I can handle it twice. Use your exhales. We've got less than 10 seconds left. Be intentional with the arm reach overhead. 1. Oh, almost there, guys. Now we've got some bridge work. I'll stay at a slant this time. I want you to notice how my ribs and hips stay pulling together. So there's no opening of the rib cage. I'm staying locked into my core. I'm gonna go ahead and take it up. You know what? Okay, let's go. I just realized I think we missed this one in the first round. You guys, me today, I'm just a bit of a hot mess. I had jujitsu this morning and then a HIIT class, and then I thought it was a good idea to film, but I'm sorry, you just have to keep going with me. We missed one of our bridge workouts. Keep connected to the floor, keep connected to the core. Oh yeah, we definitely didn't do this one because I did not feel this last time. Focus on the abdominals. Focus on energetically pulling your heel to your butt muscles. It's going to keep those hamstrings active. 2, 1. Now we're going to take it up for that last cardio movement. I don't know how the heck I missed that one last time. Apologies. You can always do an extra round of those at the end of the workout. About 5 seconds. Staying low, active in the legs. You're going cardio, hop right to left, and then try to hit that full extension again, all the way to the toes. As you extend up, squeeze your abdominals. It's like a hollow hold reach. I'm hollowing through the core to make sure I'm staying nice and tight and I'm not getting all floppy with the body. No floppy body. Check in with the hips, check in with the back. Do you feel it in your glutes? Do you feel it in your back? I want you to feel it in your hips, your legs, your butt muscles. It's okay to feel some work in your back. We just don't want a lot of tension. We don't want any pulling. And we don't want too much work in the low back for those faster movements. Okay, we got 10. We're already on round 3. I think we can make 4 rounds. I think we can handle it. Oh yeah, and I'm adding the ball this round. So for the oblique thrusters, we don't need the ball. Actually, if you want to use the ball, Let's try to add oblique thruster here, balancing on the ball. Do not try this at home, kids, if you're not good at balancing. You may fall off the ball and hurt your wrist. My ball is pretty soft, so I can kind of press into it, and I stay pretty firm. So if you have a really inflated ball, not a good idea for this one. Hiya, almost there. My hands are slipping. Can I make it? 2, 1. That was a long 40 seconds. So I hope you heard all that about the ball. Mine is nice and squishy, so I'm able to press into it and it helps me stay firm. Push up to jacks. This one I'm not going to worry about the ball. Maybe I'll just bring my chest down to the ball. Adding push up, and then jacks, and then push up. Oh yeah, that's a much deeper push up than I have been doing, so thank you, ball. Feels like we're about halfway there. Don't let the head hang. The head is hanging. Engage the neck muscles. Don't want any saggy heads here. Oh my gosh, I could do about one more of these deeper push-ups. I'm going to stick with the jacks for the last few. That was rough. 2, 1. Oh, my arms felt that one. I don't often go down into a full push-up, so I'm a super wimp when I try. Okay, for this next one, I'm just going to keep the ball on my belly. So from the side view, the ball will just be, oh man, I'm doing it again. Malasana walks, just kidding. Hop up with me. So now I'm holding the ball. Now this is going to make you want to shift forward even more than before because the weight is going to try to pull you forward. So you have to keep the weight really close to the body, and you have to really focus on driving into the hips, into the glutes. Maybe next time I need a bigger sign so I can see my workout better. I won't be stumbling so much. Stumbling and bumbling through a workout with me. 10 seconds, push. Try not to go all the way to stand chi. I was getting weak there. 3, 2, 1. Hiya. Adding a ball definitely was significant for that one. Okay, now crunching. Ball is just going right to the belly. Make sure the scaps are pushed down. Now you really have to lock into the core to make sure that ball isn't squishing you. As you reach, you're just balancing. If you can handle taking both arms up and overhead, awesome. I'm having to hold this ball because it's going to fall off. So I can only do one hand reach at a time. Keep breathing. Use your exhales. Stimulate the body with the exhales. Stimulate the muscles. Let's go for a few more. 3, yes, 2, 1. My internal clock was perfectly that time. Okay, we've already got the ball on our belly. We're just going to go up to our bridge for the next one. If you want to work more quads, keep the heels close. If you want to walk them away a little bit, if that's more comfortable on the knee to have that 90 degree, then go ahead and do that. I'm going to stay on the side again for this one. Walk into my core. I'm actually just going to push it to my pubic bone. So it's kind of resting on the pubic bone and the inner thighs. Now don't squeeze your legs together, but energetically squeezing together. I hope that makes sense. My legs aren't actually moving, but the muscles are engaging. I'm going to do smaller pulses at the top. We're probably about halfway through. Maybe get a little lighter with the hands here. Hi, keep squeezing. Feet connected to the floor. Crunch your abs in. Hold that crunch for the rest of this time. 1. Oh man, that worked. Okay, one more for this round. I'm always feeling pretty good by round 3. So for this one, I'm actually going to leave the ball on the ground for the first little cardio aspect, and then I'm going to pick the ball up and reach up and overhead. I'm going to sink, step, step, grab the ball, press it up and overhead. You can go on your toes with the ball too. It's just going to be even more work. Now, when you're coming up and overhead, keep the ball close to the body. You don't want to lean forward too much and make the back work too much. We want to stay close to the body and use the legs and the glutes. Ooh, a nice overhead reach there. We got 10 seconds. Oh, this is making my calves burn. One more. Woo, that got my calves. Okay, we have one more full round. I'm so happy I made it to 4 because I was very worried in the beginning. That first round is always rough, and I did not think I was going to make it to 4. 3 seconds. First one is oblique thrusters. If you want to try your balance again, go for it. And also, I should have mentioned this in the beginning, but if you repeat this workout, you can also put your hands on something instead of having them flat on the floor. I'm not sure if it would make it harder or easier, but if you're struggling to get the feet towards the hands, maybe you can put your hands on a chair, on the edge of a chair, and that'll create a little bit more space for you to move. So I'm thinking it will just allow more space to allow you to find that movement better. My ball is rolling away. I'm going to pick up the pace for these last few. Abs in, abs in. 1. That was tricky. Okay, next is push-up to jacks. I'm going to go really slow on these next push-ups. My arms are getting pretty fatigued, so I have a whole day to get through. I don't want to fatigue things too much to where I can't do the rest of my day. 3 seconds. So go at your own pace. If this is your only workout today, then keep pushing. This is not my only workout today, so my pace is going to be steady, controlled. I'm going to focus on the technique, stay super active through the whole body, not just rely on the arms, but use the whole body to spread the workout evenly. Whew, feel the core working. Every fingertip plays a part here. Check in with the abs, hips, pull them towards the navel. I feel like we've got a couple more. 1. Done with push-ups. I'm thankful for that. Okay, moving on. Next one is going to be our Malasana walks. If you haven't messed with a ball at all for these rounds, try to hold something for this last Malasana walk. Our butt muscles, our leg muscles are our biggest here, so we want to make sure we're getting some good work in. So I hope you saw that. I'll show you from the side. I just kind of leaned forward like this, which brought a lot of back into it. So instead, I need to bring my heart up, and I need to focus on the heels and the glutes. So no hinging forward at the hips, staying nice and tall, keeping the chest nice and broad, trying the best you can to act like there's a string right here, and it's lifting the heart. So we're not losing the upper body. We're not rounding in the spine. Oh, this is getting hard. Got 5 seconds to pick up the pace. 1. Hi. My quads hurt. Moving on to our crunch. We've got 3 more minutes till the end of this little workout here. Let's push it till the end. Weight on the belly if you're using it. Abs locked into place. Remember, you can always not let the feet touch the ground. Oh, that is super hard. I'm going to be a little cheater today and keep my feet on the ground. Still reaching up and overhead. Still extending the arm to open through the underarm here. This is good for the shoulders, so you're simultaneously getting some wonderful stretching for the shoulder and the chest here while you're getting some deep core hip flexor activation. Might as well not waste time. Might as well do lots of things all at once and get it all in. Hi. Okay, last bridge. You can go high to low, so full range of motion top to bottom. I'm going to do about half of that full range of motion, and then about half of just pulsing and staying super active at the top. I'm going to bring my heels in close. Your option if you want quads or more glutes. Abs active. Starting high to low. Keep the ball in a comfortable spot. I go right around my pubic bone and inner thighs. Feels like that's where I want the weight. Check in with your ab muscles. Squeeze, hug the hips in at the top. I think we have about 5 more seconds before it's about halfway. Hope. Okay, now I'm gonna hold at the top and just actively squeeze. So I'm staying really firm in the glutes, really firm in the hamstrings. I'm gonna think about pulling my heels back towards my butt muscles. That's gonna contract the hamstrings and make it burn even more. Almost there, crunch the abs, hold. Maybe put a hand there. Oh yeah, my glute muscles are burned out. Okay, last exercise. I'm gonna try to pick up the pace on this one a little bit because I've been moving pretty slow. I wanted to make sure I wasn't sinking into my back muscle as I lift. For this last one, it's our last 40 seconds. I'm gonna try to pick up the pace. So maybe here, and try to stay with me. Ooh, you can add a little slam ball on the way down as well. Again, might as well put the work in where you can. Get everything worked all at the same time. Oh, I feel the cardio. Keep lifting up to the toes. Use your breathing. Woo. Quads are working. We got about 10 seconds left. Let's push through. Breathe. Last one. Just kidding. Last one. I'm only looking at my clock in the mirror, so my 5s and 2s get a little discombobulated. Okay. I feel better. I'm so happy I made it through that HIIT class. And I'm so happy it's done. It's time for coffee. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was more of an intense one. I didn't push myself super hard because, again, I had already done a few workouts today, so I was just kind of staying at a mellow pace. But I could tell by those movements that if you wanted a really hard workout, you bring in the weight and you move faster, that one is a hard workout. That'll get you. So maybe I'll come back to it another time and push the pace a little bit more. Thank you, everyone. I enjoyed that, and I hope you do too, and use it often. That felt full body. My entire everything feels worked, even my feet and my hands from all the gripping. So enjoy. I'll see you next time on the House of Chi Yoga.